I think that allowing for the book being, after all, a parody, something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time. In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always there will be the intoxication of power. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. This is Breaking the Narrative, and oh my God, the US midterm elections are basically over. The results are in. Some people are disappointed. Some people are not. Most people are like, what the just happened? Here I am to discuss all of that and more with my guest, Adam Krigler from The Krigler Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Nina? It's great to be back on the show.
I'm so happy you are back. Your country is going crazy.
I'll tell you, don't have to say that. I mean, I get that for sure. It's a mess. I mean, it's not over, by the way. It's not. It's still going. It's still up in the air because no one has the majority yet, and there's a few races left. I mean, there's 3 Senate seats still to remain. 49 and 48 it's currently, so it could just be a dead tie, 50-50, which it's looking like if Nevada goes red, which looks like it will. And the House is still up to debate. I mean, there's a lot of seats that we're still waiting for. So really, it hasn't really. Am I on the wrong mic? Let me check. Actually, someone just said
you
that.
might be on the wrong mic because it's a little low.
Yeah, hold on. Why did that switch? Yeah, hold on a sec. Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, it's weird. Do you have a map, by the way, by any chance, of the
what?
Do you have a map like of the
I do. Yeah, you want me to show it?
Yeah.
Will you share?
While you do that, Cat Shark 5 says, Nina, Adam, awesome duo. Like my profile icon. I'm also drinking. Thanks for being here for us. Oh my God. Dude, I feel like I need a drink. It's been a crazy day today. It's been a crazy day every day. I'm going crazy all the time. Are you talking? I can't hear you. No. You are muted, sir. Nope, still no sound. The Uber Geek for 5. Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
You sound much better.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you, chat. Someone in
There's
chat.
your sexy voice. That's there we go. Much better.
Welcome to the show.
Oh.
Hello there. Oh my. All right, let me share my screen. Hold on, I got you.
Excellent. The Uber Geek for 5 says, this is a question for you both. Is it time Trump stood aside? Ooh, that's an interesting question, which I want to get into in a second. The Uber Geek. So okay. I'm going to come back to this because I wanted to talk about that.
Okay, this is the House. You can see 208 for Republicans, 218 to control. We have these seats to go. Only 16 pickups on the red side. I mean, I estimated 25 to 30 on Styx's channel. He was saying 40 to 45 as a like a major swing, a red wave. You could see a majority of America's red as shit. Pardon my French.
No.
And then here's the Senate race. You could see Republicans have 49 to 48, and there's just 3 left. We got the Warnock versus Walker, Kelly versus Masters in Arizona, and then Nevada we got Lexalt, who's looking pretty good against Masto. This is looking like it's going to go to Warnock. Matt, I'm kind of disappointed in Arizona going for Kelly because he's been absolutely horrendous. But the real race that I'm looking forward to and watching very closely, come on, why isn't the governor one?
CNN's glitching.
Yeah, well, they probably have a lot of.
Do you know what happened with Whitmer in Michigan?
We are on YouTube, so I'm gonna choose my words carefully.
Did she win?
Yeah, Whitmer won.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Shocked? Are you shocked? No, you shouldn't be shocked. Come on.
I'm not shocked about any of it, dude.
No, of course not.
I'm laughing in a really sad way. I'm sorry.
Honestly, that's
less
surprising to me than Fetterman winning.
Fetterman? Holy.
Yeah.
Shit.
Honestly, though, you got to think, this Gen Z came out, and abortion is such a big issue for these people. They think that they lost their ability to, not be accountable for their actions, which is what abortion is. They scream like, well, what about rape? What about, when the health of the mother is at risk? And it's like, if you go to any state, and I looked up every single state that abortion was illegal. And I looked at any of the exceptions, and every single one had exceptions for rape, incest, and if the health and every state, the health of the mother is priority, number one. So all of their arguments are invalid, because in these instances where they say like, well, what about this? It's like 40% of abortions are of women that have had 2 or more abortions. And it's like, that's a crazy statistic. It's like, wow. And it's like over 90% are just because they're using it as birth control. It's like these young kids are treated. They're like, oh, well, my body, like women's rights are at risk. And it's like, well, what about all the women who think abortion is full murder? Because a lot of women believe that, it's just these younger generations that are just kind of whipped into a frenzy, thinking that their rights are at risk.
Yeah, they're brainwashed, Adam, from a very young age. And I know this because I was one of those women that was kind of brainwashed about it. I mean, for a long time, I was very much pro-choice. Like that, I had very heated debates with my husband, like at the time, who I was dating at the time, about this fact, and about whether men had any right to choose to have a say. It's an interesting thing, because I think as you grow older, you know the saying, which I always butcher, the saying that goes, when you're younger, you're a liberal, and if you live long enough, you turn into a conservative. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So as you grow older, you kind of start to realize the important things in life and the value of life, and absolutely so many other things that come into play. And like for me personally, I'm still like kind of semi pro-choice in a sense that again, like obviously, like I just think it should be the decision of the family, and including the father and the doctors, that they're involved with, and that's it. Like, keep the government out of it. I don't think that the government should have any say about any of this kind of stuff. That's kind of like my libertarianism in a way.
That's why I liked the overturning of Roe v. Wade, because all it was doing was saying, you guys get to decide. It goes back to the states, because there's some states that just want abortion to be illegal. And it's like, that's what the people voted for. And
that's literally what democracy means. Like, if that's what you want.
In a sense, I guess, because democracy is majority rule, right? But really, it's the republic, like the way that we are all equally represented across the board. Even the smallest places can have a representation.
What I
Go
mean
ahead.
by democracy is, I mean, like in the state, if the majority of that state choose that that's what they want, and with regards to abortion rights, and that's their choice. And if and then if that's not what they want later on, they can always change that choice and vote the other way.
Right. Exactly.
So it's just like that. That's what I mean. But yes, America is a republic, and that is. You are correct as well. Real quick, I just want to get Bradley Burnett. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the chat. And for $5, Bradley says Arizona is taking its time to fortify all votes that exist in the state, exist in the state, and that is all I will say because Mama Sue. Yes, that is a yes. Freaking Mama Susan. Bird up for 20. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous. It says, I'm happy for people in Florida and Texas. Hey man, they came out and voted in crazy numbers. I'm not happy about my own state. We went from purple to blue, purple, and re-elected the governor whose COVID policies nearly out my family on the street. Put my family on the street. Pardon me while I cope and see. I know that sucks, dude. That happened to a lot of people. I don't know where you are, Bird Up, but I do know that that's kind of what happened in Wisconsin, because the quartering was very upset about what happened in Wisconsin as well, and was complaining about that. It happens all the time in other places too, like Canada, like when we had that re-election and Trudeau won again. It's just like,
fortified.
Fortified. Even though, well, people don't like him very much. Bradley for another 5 says all the pro-abortion people should look to the laws in Europe. Leftists want us more like Europe, but not if they see European abortion laws. Isn't Europe like different depending on like every country though? Or are they?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like 6 weeks in most, and then it becomes illegal afterwards. So like these people that are thinking that Europe is so more open about abortion, it's like actually not. I mean, yeah, it's legal in most places. UK, it's like 6 months, which is crazy.
That's too long.
I think it's all too long now. I mean, I've fully shifted over into the camp of pro-life because
I'm at like the level of like, okay, like let's settle at heartbeat. Like let's settle at if there's a heartbeat, like no, done. Like stop it. That's where I'm at. Like if you're gonna find a balance.
I don't know if I even agree with that. I feel like we'll settle on if the life of the mother is at risk, or if it's rape or incest. Right. Sure. I don't know. Other than that, if you're just fucking around, then dude, you made the choice to be sexually active. That's on you. To not you weren't.
I agree.
There's so many different things that you can do.
Oh, I know. I've never had an abortion, Adam, and I'm very proud of that fact. And I think that's because I'm very much into
being responsible.
That's right.
Well, that's smart of you, right?
Like, and I don't think that a lot of women are being taught how to be responsible. Neither men neither. Like,
both sides. I agree.
Both sides.
Yeah, it's a shit show. These new generations. It's just it's embarrassing. The lack of responsibilities. That people have, and it's really it's so much bigger than abortion, right? I mean, yeah, it's a big deal, but what does it really say about this new generation? Like they have no accountability, they have no honor, they don't give a shit about anything but themselves. It's a selfish life to live, and that selfishness is like ruining the culture and society. It's like
tricky though. It's tricky because they're getting tricked into thinking. Like they're being gaslit. A lot of these kids are being gaslit into thinking that they're actually thinking about the future, that they're actually thinking about, like when, for example, like people like Stacey Abrams like come out and say things like, oh, if you want the economy to get better, don't have children or get more abortions or whatever. When you hear things like, okay, we're overpopulated, so don't give birth, don't get pregnant, make sure you're safe, blah blah blah. Like, you know, when they're being gaslit into thinking they're actually doing the world a favor by getting rid of it, and that's the tricky part that they're really falling into. And in fact, they are acting selfishly most of the time, but they don't even realize it because they think that they're not.
Antinatalism. That's it's this whole push to like, you know, oh, having children is selfish.
Yeah.
Like what? Like no, having children is like the least selfish thing you can do. And raising them, right?
And raising them. That's right.
Choosing to actually put your life aside and say, all right, I have someone other than myself that I need to fully devote my life to. And I learned that from my dad. Like my dad freaking, you know, got my mom pregnant and like instantly changed his entire life and started working his ass off. And like, he did a fantastic job. Like I respect the shit out of my dad because of like what I know, the sacrifices that he made when he had kids. Right. I mean, and that's, I owe that to him because I am who I am. That's great.
And that's one of the things that a lot of this generation of kids are also missing, Adam, a good father.
Damn straight.
You know, like having that father figure in your life to teach you things like that is a huge deal. And again, chalk it up to feminism here, okay? Because feminism has a lot, like neo-feminism, not classic feminism, but neo-feminism has really ruined these people's lives. Like, I mean,
yeah, it's a women's supremacy movement now.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It really fucking is.
Yeah, it is. Like that's why they bashed Andrew Tate so much. You know, that's why they went after Jordan Peterson so strongly because so you're saying what they, you know, that they do is they take their argument and they they enter it into their twisted algorithm to then somehow take what they said and turn it into an anti-woman stance when it's like, no, that's not what they're saying at all. They're saying there's a difference between a man and a woman, and in our biology, in our society, that the reason we got here is because of these innate traits that women have and men have, and there's a difference between the two. You know, it's like you know, they are trying to deny that because they want to be men too, and it's like that's so weird, right? I don't want to be a woman. Men don't want to be women.
That's because they're destroying both, right? Like they're destroying like being feminism, like a feminist, or meaning the idea of like femininity. They're destroying the idea of femininity, and they're destroying the idea of masculinity, because both separate are great, but also like when you bring them together as a team, they become unstoppable. Like if you have like two very good balances of energy and they meet, they become unstoppable. And they're scared, they're terrified of that. They don't want people to be team. They don't want people to have human connection and these kind of things, because that will stop them from controlling
they keep us in our little divided circles. You know, you got black, Asian, you know, Indian, white, yellow, like I don't give,
and everybody else
straight, like all their different little dividing bubbles that like keep us all divided, when it's like, yo, we all have feelings, we all have like emotions, and we all feel pain, we all want to live a nice life. And I mean, this election has really proved how divided our country is. I think, you know, you really see, well, and also how uninformed a lot of people are. Jeez,
I cannot believe some of the stuff that I've been seeing here. And okay, so real quick, I'm gonna go back to Uber Geek's super chat, because he talked about Trump
question, right.
And earlier, I actually saw your boy Tim Pool. Your boy Tim Pool.
What did he say?
He tweeted out, "Holy shit, Trump is over." I was being facetious. What? I can say that facetious. I was joking.
Facetious?
Yeah, I was joking. This dude, he's like, "Holy shit, Trump is over." Reposting this post from Donald Trump. I guess this is where he posted on Truth Social, saying, "Now that the election in Florida is over and everything went quite well, Shouldn't it be said that in 2020, I got 1.1 million more votes in Florida than Ron D got this year, 5.7 million to 4.6 million? Just asking.
Okay, can I just respond real quick?
Of course.
First off, jealousy is not a good look on anyone. And I think Trump is slightly jealous of DeSantis on how popular he is. And you got to understand that more people vote on a presidential election than midterms. It's just
absolutely,
that's just a thing. So like
this is not
an accurate comparison. Like you can't. And like, why is he saying this? Because Trump's a narcissist and loves attention himself. And when Ron DeSantis is very clearly like a hot ticket item for people in this country, they are in America, they really like Ron DeSantis. He's taken a stand against the woke. He was fighting against Disney.
Ron DeSantis.
There's certain things about him I don't like.
Stood up against COVID. He's the only one that stood up against COVID.
It's there's things about him I like. There's things about him I don't like, and he's at the moment my favorite governor, which is not saying much because I don't really trust anyone in any of the government. I mean, I really want Kerry Lake to win. I'm very closely paying attention to the Arizona governor's race because
how close? I mean, how long is it? Do you think till they call it?
I don't know. They counted like 1% today. They went from like 66% to 67%. It's like, what the hell's going on in Arizona? Maricopa County. I just hope it's not fortification. We'll just say it that way because algorithms.
Because that happened during this dude's election ride too in Arizona.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, correct. And so I don't trust any of it. She was. Someone said she's down 2,000 votes 2 hours ago. Now it's 13,000. So
God.
And it's like, okay, well, which is it? Is she gonna be getting enough votes to actually get ahead? Who knows? A lot of people are saying she's gonna win. I don't know if I know the way that she's been very open against closing the border, reforming all of the elections in Arizona, and going after the media and holding them accountable. It's like they really can't have that. And also investigating what went down in the previous fortification. She's very open about that. And it's like, all right, well, that makes sense why they're like just same reason they need to get rid of Trump. He was going to do the same thing, just get rid of everything, continue to look into stuff. And it's like, all right, they really can't have that. So it wouldn't be surprising.
The thing with me and Donald Trump, I agree with you about his narcissism and things like that. Last week or the week before, I don't remember which week, but there was one of the shows on Breaking the Narrative. I called him the R word. Like I was like, Donald Trump was, R word in some of his things that he did.
Okay.
And somebody got really mad at me and like tweeted at me and was like, I can't believe you said that about our president. I'm so disappointed in you.
Well, he's not our president right now. So
well, I mean, like our ex-president.
Right.
And I was like, I thought about it and I was like, but this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, because I was like joking around saying that, but this is exactly what I'm talking about, that sometimes he does like really R-worded stuff and you're like, why would you do this? Like, this is such a bad look. And this is the time that you need to unify the Republicans. Like, you cannot be putting this division between the two. And this, like, I don't know, dick measuring contest he's got going on with Ron DeSantis makes no sense other than making him look bad about how he's jealous of Ron DeSantis and how popular he is right now.
Clearly. Very clearly.
It doesn't show anything else other than that.
I agree. Yeah, it just shows that he's jealous of the attention DeSantis has. I kind of entertained the idea that on my show earlier, I was talking to Comics and Georgia Giant Slayer. I was just saying, like, imagine if this was just trying to sow a seed of division in the Democrats, so they kind of think that they've got it in the bag. If Trump and DeSantis go up against each other, it kind of splits the base, and like some people, you know what I mean, and like cause a disruption in the GOP. But say this all a ploy, and Donald Trump and DeSantis go to get together and do like a joint ticket. I think that would be insanely powerful. as a Republican ticket, where DeSantis takes the VP and then takes 8 years after their joint ticket. And it's like, if that happened, I could see this all being kind of a ploy. And if not, Donald Trump's looking like a little brat right now because of what he's saying. Ron sanctimonious. It's like, really, dude? Really?
Somebody in the chat said Ron DeSantis started the beef. So, like, what happened? Do you know? Like, what do you know what happened? Like, what did Ron say?
Okay, well, I know that Ron DeSantis has been supported by, the uniparty Republicans, the ones that don't like America first, that want to keep the status quo of bouncing back and forth between the Democrats and Republicans. Continue getting money from the military-industrial complex, letting the same cycle go on over and over. And that's not what Trump is. That's not what Carrie Lake is. J.D. Vance, like all these people that are pro-America first. Like, we don't care about Ukraine, or like we don't care about giving money or policing the world or wars. Like, we really just want to focus on America, which I'm all about. Like, how can you help someone else if you have a rotted core? Right. That's what it feels like right now when we're trying to help other countries. And it's like, how? Like, America's falling apart from the inside out with fentanyl, people coming across the border, freaking the schooling system, indoctrination. Like, there's a lot of bullshit that's going on.
Grooming, all that kind of shit.
So when DeSantis, who Trump helped get elected, when DeSantis goes, and remember, Trump or DeSantis didn't have a lot of money. He wasn't like a Trump guy who had millions and billions of dollars or whatever to like help him propel himself onto the scene. And it actually reminds me of an interview that Joe Biden did 45 years ago when he first entered government. Someone asked him about, like, what do we do about the corruption in government? Now, this was 48 years ago or 47 years ago. I don't remember exactly. Right when he was entering office. He's been in government for almost 50 years. So
long time.
He was in a town hall and someone asked him, like, what do we do about the corruption in the government? And Joe Biden responded with this sentence. He said, well, don't be so sure. I'm not one of those guys.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
But then he didn't stop. He continued to explain about how, look, you got these, it's very expensive to run for office, and you have to go to the people with money, and then they give you money and help you get elected, and you actually end up owing them things, and like you have to like return the favor. And it's like, I don't think any of that has changed. So now we have DeSantis, who didn't have a lot of money, and then changed. He probably went to these different people, probably went to the establishment Republicans, like, hey, I'm going to get in on this, pardon me, and help me in. And it's like, okay, well, what does he owe these guys? What does he act? What does Trump know also? Because Trump alluded to the fact that he knows something about DeSantis. And it's like, I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's some sort of the deals that were in the back channels to help get DeSantis in power. That what does he owe people? Like, who knows? So I think that's really what Trump is talking about. Like, and maybe DeSantis started it. I mean, he basically said nothing with the Mar-a-Lago raid, which happened in his state. The FBI invaded. DeSantis had to know about it.
I noticed that too. I mean, I thought that was definitely something that was kind of like a red flag for me about DeSantis, because I was like, dude, this happened on your watch. Like, this is your state. This is your ex-president, and like, a Republican. You should be saying something. Like, this is weird that you didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe that's like what it is too. Maybe Donald Trump got pissed off at that. Maybe it was like, you know what, fuck this dude.
Right. Do you know about red flag laws?
A little bit.
Okay, it basically says if the government thinks that you've got a weapon and you are going to cause harm, they could just go into your house and search it and take your guns.
Yes.
And it's like, that's fucked up. Sorry, pardon my.
No, it's
sorry.
fine. You can swear on here.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
Like that's really like, whoa. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. Right. You have to. Innocent until proven guilty, and it's like that right there has been. It seems like they're trying to shift that to get rid of that completely. And you look across the board. Johnny Depp, for example, was guilty until finally proven innocent 5 years later, after he basically lost his careers. And that is among many different examples that are like they really just. They're letting guilty people out. Jeez. I mean, Fetterman has been running on we need to let a third of all murderers out, or these violent criminals, because that'll save us $1 billion. And it's like, okay, it'll save us $1 billion, but it's going to get people killed because these people are violent. You know, there's a reason they're in jail. Now, I don't think that, private prisons is a good idea. I feel like the prison system needs to be reformed also. You know, there's 1,000 different cogwheels in society. And
so much corruption.
When you have 650 of them that are rotting away, you can't just take one away and put a brand new cogwheel in there and be like, fixed. You know, it's like there's so many different issues. And that's one of the things that I've kind of come to realize in doing what I do is reading the general scope of everything that's going on and going, holy shit, there are so many cogwheels in society that are corrupted. And it's not an easy fix, and it's really tough. I'm glad I'm not the person that needs to make the decisions.
Yeah, I mean, you're right though, because that's exactly what happens. So like you change one little thing, and then like everything else falls apart because like everything else is connected to that, and there's so much corruption going on. But also like that's kind of like that, especially with your system in America, because like, for example, even with Donald Trump, like, you know, he was doing certain things. And then all of a sudden he's not president anymore. He had plans to do more things in the following 4 years, but then that didn't happen. And then immediately afterwards, you know, the Biden administration come in and literally overturn so much of the things that he had already done or was planning on it. Basically everything. And right after that, here we are, you know, now. Like it's just and a lot of people, especially like most countries too, because we're like a lot of the countries are dependent on what happens in the United States policies and politics. We're all like, well, what the fuck, like, you know, and we all have to adjust as well because the United States all of a sudden has this like huge shift, and then the rest of the world is like, oh fuck, we gotta like rethink everything again, or, you know, well, basically everything goes to shit. It's pretty crazy. But this dude right here, I couldn't believe it, Adam. I was like, I mean, unless funny business happened, which I don't doubt. There's just,
hold on. Let's be honest, Nina. That's a Democrat versus a Democrat. That's it. I'm sorry. Dr. Oz is not a fucking Republican. Fuck that, dude. He pushed trans medicine on youth on his show, you know, and like,
oh, he did. I didn't know that.
He's like the thickest like the biggest rhino that I know. Ooh. You know, it's like, dude, that is too, you know, you're stepping between two different piles of shit. You know, which one do I want to step in? It doesn't matter.
Okay, that's fair, but at least that dude can make like sentences, dude. This dude right here, I don't know what's going on with this guy. He was already fucked up, and then he had a stroke, and then he was even more fucked up. And it's like, I feel really weird about this because I feel like either the United States is so uninformed that like they don't know what is going on.
Yes,
like,
that's it, Nina.
Completely uninformed.
Not either. That's it. They don't care. It's not about who. It didn't matter who these people are. Fetterman said abortion and free everybody who's you know, incarcerated wrongfully, even though that might not necessarily be true. Although I agree with that statement. Wrongful incarceration is bad, of course.
Agreed.
You know, we should have innocent until proven guilty. Right? That's the system that should be in place. And smoking weed, legalize it. I'm fine with that. Republicans should have ran on that. You know, it's like, who gives a shit? You know, it's like an interesting statistic, right? Weed was legalized in the Pacific Northwest a while back, right? Yeah. The amount of people that smoke weed stayed exactly the same.
That's interesting.
It went legal, and there was no spike. People who were like, everyone has smoked it. Everyone knows if they like it or not. If making it legal doesn't mean people are going to just start smoking weed all the time now. It's the people who already smoke weed all the time are going to just smoke weed all the time continue. Like, it makes no difference. So just legalize it. And, you know, Trump was actually leaning towards it. In fact, he's the one who legalized hemp to be used in a commercial setting, which is huge. You know, no one gives him credit for that.
But Trump is smart,
and CBDs.
But Trump is smart because and that's one of the things that I liked about the Trump presidency, because a lot of the stuff that Trump did was because he's a businessman and he would make business decisions. Like he was a very corporate oriented person. So he realized that, you know, marijuana is a huge business and taxable business. I mean, look at Colorado. The second that they, they legalized marijuana, their tourism dollars went insane because everybody just freaking came
and
there.
their tax
they wanted to
dollars
smoke weed.
went crazy.
Exactly. And so, like, when you see something like that, he's in that sense, Donald Trump was very smart because he's very like business oriented, and all he thought about is how do we make more money for this country. And they were doing really well before he left. But this was, I mean, I honestly, like, I was like, I mean, I couldn't decide if it was people uninformed, like they haven't seen any of the clips going around of him being like completely fucked up, or the fact, or what you just said. I mean, because I didn't even know that about Dr. Oz. Like I didn't know, like I was uninformed about what you just said about Dr. Oz. So I didn't know that, but then again, like, and then
I'm sorry, I'm very much against anyone who's trying to I'm gonna
get that.
abuse children. We'll just say that.
Yes,
it's child abuse.
I agree.
That's 100% child abuse. If you're pushing that,
you're against that.
You will never get my vote or my support ever.
And I understand that completely, but it's just like, for me, the idea that he won was more reflective of what is really going on in the United States in terms of what is going on even with your president, because I mean, Joe Biden has dementia. Okay, like he has dementia, and he is the president.
We're not doctors, but you don't need to be
I'm
a
not
doctor.
Doctors, but he's not right. Okay, like I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I don't know if he's got dementia or if he's got amnesia or
there's something wrong with the guy.
There's something wrong. There's a problem. Like Houston, we have a fucking problem. This dude needs to, I don't. Okay, hold on. I'll play you a clip here.
Oh goodness!
Shout out
Which one?
I know. Shout out to John Talks, my good buddy.
Oh man, I've ever since you actually brought him up. I think you were on my show. The first time you were on my show, you were telling me about John Talks, and I subscribed. And man, he dropped some. He really does. They're not long. They're just these like short and just perfect little things. It's great. I really love it.
It's
they're great.
Sweet.
I love
this his from earlier today.
Okay.
He's called it 81 million votes.
Okay.
I just found it interesting that Biden's being a popular. Now, I've been given a list of 10 people that I'm supposed to call on.
What in the next 2 years do you intend to do differently to change people's opinion of the direction of the country, particularly as you contemplate a run for president in 2024?
Nothing. In fact, if you look at the polls, overwhelming majority, I don't look at them much anymore because I'm not quite sure how to read them anymore.
Wow.
They don't think you should run for re-election. What is your message to them? And how does that factor into your final decision about whether or not to run for re-election?
It doesn't.
What's your message to those 2/3 of Americans?
Watch me. Biden's being Biden's being extremist.
I think you meant to say puppet on that one. Holy shit.
I mean, maybe he said it. Biden's being an extremist. I mean, he literally said Biden's being an extremist, and he is. Yeah. There's only one side of the government that I see calling for extremes measures against the other side, and that is the Democrats. That's the Biden administration. We know that they've been working with big tech to squash conservative voices on all sorts of different platforms, myself included. I know for a fact that my YouTube channel has been pushed down. I've gotten 9 strikes. I'm quite proud of the fact that I've had 9 strikes on my channel.
And you're still here.
I'm still here. I'm still going. And I still have a lot of people that support me. Shout out to anyone here that watches my show. Thank you very much. And I know that they were working with Google, with Facebook, with all these people. I mean, Zuckerberg announced it on Rogan. Of course, we found out like a week later it came out anyway. So I think he was trying to get ahead of it, a little bit. Like,
I do too.
It's like, yeah. All right. Well, we know. I mean, whatever the freaking redhead. I can't. The girl, Jennifer Psaki. Yeah, whatever her name is. Admitted it in like April or something.
I call her, I like to Saki.
Oh God.
That's how I remember her name.
And now the new press secretary. Oh my God. She is running
awful.
out of steam, being able to,
to keep up.
She's not even defending it anymore. She's just kind of shutting down and going,
she's just like, I don't know.
I'm running out. I run nothing. I got nothing.
and I talk about this with John all the time because he used to make videos about Saki all the time, and I'm like, do you find like you have more material with this girl or the Saki? And he was like Saki because she was more like she was more experienced and she would say things, and then you would you would catch her in things. But this one just like kind of like. Like she just kind of like reads back what you told her kind of thing. Like she's one of those people like answers a question with a question just because like she doesn't have anything to add to the conversation.
Yeah, you know what she does a lot too? She does this like insert false statement, as you certainly know, and then like goes off of that false statement, and then it's like as if it proved a point, and it's like, yeah, but that wasn't true. What you just said isn't right. Like, oh, well, this is the border is fully secured, as you know. So, there was no need for Kamala Harris to go down there. It was better that she went over to, I don't know where the hell she goes. She's probably walking around in circles somewhere.
Saki works for MSNBC now. I haven't seen her around for a while though. Like I haven't really checked her out or anything. It's not like I watch MSNBC all the time. I'm like, fucking sign me up, like nah. Like I heard it the other day. What was it like Don Lemon? Because you know how like he stopped his show, and then
he didn't stop it.
Well, he got fired or whatever from the show. But then, wait, where'd he go? Oh no, we lost him. Oh no. I hope he comes back. Maybe he lost power or something. Did YouTube finally take him out? Am I still here? Can you guys see me? Oh no, what happened? I'm so confused right now. Let me get a couple of these super chats while I wait for. Oh, he's here. Wait, what? I'm confused. No. Stop it. Why? What? Hang on. I'm so confused. Oh, StreamYard isn't responding. Uh-oh. StreamYard's being a dick. Okay, hang on. Let me send the link to him again just in case. That's weird. What a bizarre. Okay. He says he's gonna restart. Okay, while he does that, people are saying, "Oh no, told you not to brag at him." I didn't think he was bragging, but holy shit. No, I didn't. Stop it. No, he's gonna reboot. He'll be back. Bradley Burnett for 5 says the Dobbs decision recognized that we are a constitutional republic, the 10th Amendment, and the ideals of federalism. Okay. Cat Shark for 2 says people in Penn voted in a dead man. Thoughts? We'll talk about that when Adam comes back. I have that article here. So we'll talk about that. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL for $1.99 says Nina would make a good mother. Oh, that is so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, next. Thank you very much. Valkyria Winter for 10. Thank you. Says, hail to you both. Great to see you and love listening to you both. Plus was able to get Dan Vask to show his feet on Twitch. Love his music too. Wow. That's interesting to me. He did that. Okay. I'm not a feet person, but that's interesting. Bradley says Dobbs was the case that overturned Roe v. Wade. Right. Okay. Okay. While I wait for Adam to come back, I'm also going to tell you guys about something that is going on with me right now. Because I just saw TZ brought it up. So I'm going to bring that up, which is right now I am doing a fundraiser for for a cosplay calendar. So if you guys are interested, the link to the fundraiser is in the description and also the pinned tweet in the chat. And what this is that I'm trying to raise money so that I can do a cosplay calendar for you guys. That this will be a fan-backed calendar because cosplay costs a lot of money. So I had a lot of requests to do one. And in order to do it, I'm going to need your help. So that's why I've made this fundraiser. And I figured if it gets funded, it'll be amazing because we will show the movie studios and people like that this is what fans want. The fans want the character to look like the character. And therefore, you will be speaking with your voices and telling the studios that this is the kind of stuff you want to see with your characters. Right now, the list on the site is I'm going to do Faye, which I've already done. As you can see, we got February for Lara Croft, Sailor Moon for March, April Tifa, May Triss, June Chun-Li, July Supergirl, August Punisher, sexy female Punisher, September Ninja Girl, October Talia al Ghul, November Red Sonja, and December Christmas Elf. And right now you can sign up and get the blue tier, which is the basic tier, and you can get the calendar on this one. And the yellow tier is the calendar plus a poster. It'll probably be the best looking poster, whatever is on the cover. We haven't decided yet, obviously, because we haven't taken the photos. And then the red tier, which is the calendar, you get the calendar, you get the poster, and you get a beautiful art book. Hi, Adam. Welcome back. You're still here. Thank God.
I can't hear you.
Now you can't hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
My settings.
I'm good with you. I can hear you. And then you can get the art book as well.
There we go.
Which gives you the 12 calendar photos plus a few other additional ones, because when you do a photo shoot, you have like hundreds of photos if you choose from. I'm sure there's going to be some that are amazing and we want to use them. And then you'll get artsy stuff like this and like this in the art book. And then, of course, that's my Lara Croft from last year. And then this is Faye from this year.
What is Faye from?
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Yeah, she's the poster behind me here. Oh, let me go the other way. She's that girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see her there.
And then, so that's why when I did the poster, I recreated this image behind me. And I did this one right here.
Oh, okay. I see.
So that's the same thing as that.
Everyone's doing calendars. Maybe I should get on board.
I think you should. I mean, especially since you have modeling experience.
It's true.
Why
it's
not?
True. I do. Honestly, I could probably just go through all of my catalog and just kind of use pictures from my past, you know?
I totally, yeah. I think you should do it, especially for the ladies, because I'm sure the ladies will like it. So I'm gonna put, this is the calendar, back it, and I'm sure if I have mods in the chat, they're probably dropping it too. So there you go.
It says Adam like a Chippendales calendar. Yeah. I wear the little neck thing.
Oh my
Nothing
God.
else. I don't know what happened though either. By the way, I think something happened with my, because I had your stream up.
I could see it in the chat.
Yeah, I was in chat. I was watching you. I heard you, but StreamYard, it looked like I was still here. My video was looking, but you froze. But then I saw that I was kicked out. I'm like, what just happened? And then nothing was happening. So, but I'm back. I'm back.
Real quick, a cat shark. The 2B is on the secondary list because the list is not finalized. And if I can't figure out one of the outfits, 2B will get subbed in. Just letting you know. There's still a chance. There's still a chance.
Tifa's a good choice, though.
I had to do Tifa for Az. So
have you played Final Fantasy VII?
Yes, but I haven't finished it.
What?
I know.
How far did you get?
I played like a halfway through. I played it a long time ago.
Did you get out of the first city?
I don't remember. I played it a long time ago, and then my
didn't get
system
halfway through.
crashed,
Get outta
and
here.
then I lost all my stuff, and I was like, I'm never playing
You
this
didn't
again.
even get halfway through. If you didn't leave the first city,
Remember.
I don't think you did.
I probably didn't. I do need to play it again because it's been a long time.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. Bird Up for 5 says, just to add, when a state is purple, it means parts are red and parts are blue. Oh, okay. I didn't know that that's what it meant. Here's it's because our electoral votes are split. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a blue state. There's no such thing. There's purple states and red states. That's it. I would have clipped that. That's so good. It's so true, though.
It is true. That was great.
You heard about Oregon, right?
No.
Half of the east side, like literally half the state of Oregon, has voted to join Idaho.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
That makes sense, though, because poor Oregon. They suck.
Because Portland's basically... No, Portland sucks. Oregon's awesome.
True. That's
true. It
Portland
sucks because, like, man, what a beautiful portion of the country. Man, it's beautiful.
So it's so amazing. You know what? Like the whole Portland, Seattle situation makes me extremely upset because I used to live in Vancouver, so I would go to Seattle and to Oregon and Portland and all that stuff all the time. Like we would go there all the time, hang out for the weekend, go shopping in the US and come back like with our little Canadian like oh my God, we're going shopping in the United States, and then. Now it's like we can't do that shit anymore. We're like, oh my God, we're going to Starbucks in Seattle. Like,
oh God, terrible coffee.
I know, but that was like years
I'm offended.
ago.
I'm offended for your younger self.
I know. That was years ago when it was good. Now it's
Starbucks was never good. Don't lie to yourself.
That's true. You're right.
No.
I am lying to myself a little bit. Because
I
was totally addicted to it. Starbucks made me so fat. I'm not even joking you. I feel like Starbucks was half of my weight because
it's gross. Because you didn't have coffee, you had sugar.
Yes, that's
sugar.
all it was. That's all it was. It was like when I cut that out, and then like I cut out that and soda. I lost so much fucking weight.
Oh yeah, soda's terrible. I don't drink soda either. I drink coffee. I drink 3 things: coffee, whiskey, and water, and like that's it. And I don't even drink whiskey often. I have whiskey like a little bit.
Of course you drink coffee. You have the like Krigler coffee.
This is true. This is true. I have good coffee.
I would assume that you drink coffee if you have a coffee company.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, I'd be like, why are you selling coffee then?
Well, I've never been a drug dealer in my life.
But you are though.
Technically, I am.
Technically, you are.
I'm a
because
legal
drug
seller. Yeah, I slang that caffeine. Yeah.
God.
Hey, you want some caffeine? I got the good shit. I got that good shit.
Do you ship internationally?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, see, the quartering. You need to step up your game, man.
It's so expensive. You have no idea how expensive it is it's more. It's like twice for a $25 bag of coffee, right? A 2-pound bag, $22, whatever. It's $22 to ship it. So it's like you're spending double the amount of money on coffee. And I've tried to actually ship as coffee before, and it came back like 2 months later. And I actually gave him a mug as well, and the mug was shattered. The box was like a ball, like a box, and then when it gets crushed, it turns into like a ball. It was a ball, and I'm like, what the hell happened to this?
Fuck?
So I tried to hook Az up with coffee, but it didn't work.
That's crazy because Gary hooked me up. Like I still have his coffee here. Like he sent me coffee, and
it's not his company. He has like a
he has the Geek Grind.
Yeah, it's an established coffee company that it has international shipping that gave him a blend. Which it's fine. Like I don't mind competition.
Sure.
I know my coffee's good, so I'm not really worried. Like anyone who tries my coffee is like, damn, that's good.
I want to taste all of them. I just feel left out. I'm like, I want to taste your coffee and I want to taste the quarterings coffee, but I can't because I'm in Mexico. So I'm like, oh man, maybe someday. It's all good. Maybe someday.
Well, I
we
mean,
get that.
we're at this point where gas is insane. It's everywhere. I mean, there's places that are running out of diesel, and people don't understand how
Ooh, that's a big
insane.
deal.
Absolutely. I mean, diesel is how products get around. So if trucks can't get anywhere, that means food is going to be running out. And like, no one's talking about that. And I feel
That's
like,
insane.
well, the Democrats and the people in control probably didn't want anyone talking about that as well. And honestly, I should have talked about it more. You know, but there's just so much, you know, the human brain can only take so much information before it gets overloaded. So anyway, yeah, brought that super chat.
I understand. Frank, thank you for the 50. Says, hi guys. Abortion is illegal here in the Philippines. Well, there you go. Spence, thank you for the $2. Is Florida sweeping up? Great year.
Full on sweep. It was a red hurricane.
That was.
It wasn't a wave. It was a Florida
what? That was
hurricane.
nice to see. I really was hoping that it would be like that in other places too. Like I really was hoping that some of these places, like let's say for example Wisconsin or Arizona, or like, you know, these places that were
New York,
you know,
New
Jersey. York, any of these places that were fucked over by their governors and their government, that they would have flipped, you know. But
well,
we didn't
you know
see
what
that.
you know what Florida did a long time ago? They solidified their elections. That's it. You know, not fortified. They made it so it's like you could trust your vote counts in Florida.
Okay, see, and that's the thing, right? Because that was one of the things that really kind of as a Canadian and as someone like who is not American, that kind of always like was bothering me. And it was something that I was talking to my husband about last night while we were watching, because we were watching the Steven Crowder election coverage.
Yeah, he had 300,000 people at one point.
Insane.
Anyway, I'm so hyped for him.
It was so cool.
Rumble. Yeah.
350,000 on Rumble. What's up,
was it
Justin
350
Proper?
at one
I
point?
see you. Yeah, man.
Amazing.
It was fucking amazing. What we were watching, and he brought it up.
Yeah, you're watching. Go ahead.
He brought it up. The same thing that I told my husband he brought up, which was the fact that in the United States, it makes no sense that they come up with this thing called early ballots and early voting. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we're going to count the early votes after all people have already submitted their votes. So I'm like, well, what the fuck is the point of the early vote point? Like the vote, exactly. Like why don't you count them as they come in and then have a deadline and say, we're not counting past this date because the next day is the fucking election day. And then you have your election day and you make it's a fucking holiday. You come in, you vote, or you don't, whatever.
This is why I love Rumble. This is why I dual stream onto Rumble and YouTube.
I know. I need to start doing that.
And it is so nice because I go, you know what? We're done on YouTube. All right, follow me over on Rumble.
Bye.
And then I could, because I want to say some shit right now about what you just said, and I can't.
I don't talk in code.
No. I've got 9 strikes, girl. I know what it's
can't do that.
Code or not. It doesn't matter. I don't want, the fortification's real, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. I feel you. And that's what my husband said too. It's like the fortification's real. And I'm like, yep, I know.
Yep.
I know. But it's, I mean, in a just society though, or like in a good society, that's what you would think is that's what happened. Because logically it makes no sense that you would have an early vote and then like people don't even count the vote until later on. Like what the fuck? Like,
yep.
Yeah. Yes, that is in the plan. I need to get my ish together.
Nina, it's so easy.
Is it? Maybe you can walk me through it.
It is very, very simple. And I got thank Ryan Kinnell because he's the one who showed me, and I was like, oh wow, that's a lot easier than I thought. You use StreamYard. It's so easy with StreamYard. You just have to add a destination. You know, when you click YouTube, when you're about to go live on StreamYard, there's a little bubble next to it. That's Rumble. So you click both of them. And that's it. You just have to add a destination. The thing with Rumble is you have to start the stream on Rumble and add all the information to Rumble. and then you get the stream information. You have to change it on StreamYard every single time, which is kind of annoying, but it takes me
I
like
have to do that.
it takes me 5 minutes.
I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna do it.
So easy. And
it's
then
gonna happen.
in the YouTube, because you know, like the YouTube live stream,
Uh-huh.
for the creator, you just end the stream there, and you're just still streaming on Rumble. It's amazing. It's so nice.
Would you be like? Would I be able to do that like midstream, or does it have to be like after the stream's over?
You mean, would you be able to start streaming on Rumble halfway through?
Yes, like
No,
right
I don't
now.
think so. I don't think you could do that. No.
Okay.
Because the way that StreamYard works, it connects at the very beginning.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Okay.
Right. So
next time you're here, that's
cool.
what we're gonna do.
Sounds
we're gonna
good.
be on Rumble, and then we're gonna go there and we're gonna talk the shit. And
well, I'm gonna send you the
shit.
video, because Ryan's awesome. He actually made like an unlisted video that he like goes through all the process, and it's like very simple, and it's for the homies. Like anyone who wanted to know, he just sent me this video. I'm like, this is amazing. Like he made an actual like YouTube video, but it's not listed. It's just he's like, all right, a lot of people have been asking me. You can hear it in his voice too. A lot of people have been asking me, so here I'm just gonna do it. This is how you do. You go here, you do this. And he's got like he goes through all the numbers. Very, very easy.
That's literally what I need.
It's
like,
awesome.
I just need
I'll send you that video. I asked him. I was like, can I share this amongst like the homies? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. That's what I made. So.
Ryan,
shout out to Ryan Kinnock.
I will.
Great.
I will message him and I'll be like, thank you. Adam sent me your video. You're amazing. So there you go. Okay. Next super chat. Bradley Burnett, thank you so much for another $5. Says the USA, the nation saved the world from tyranny in World War II. That went to the moon. Debatable. sorry. Created the internet, but we can't count votes in Arizona on one day. That's funny.
Yeah. But we can count them in one day in a significantly larger state.
Larger state, yeah, that happens all the time. Sketchosaurus Rex for 2 says Nina and Adam tagged you in DeSantis' first ad. Please watch. Okay. Is that on? I'm guessing you mean on Twitter. I don't. Oh, okay. I think I see it. Okay, here we go. Let's check that out.
It's an actual ad.
It seems like it. I don't
Do you know Sketchosaurus Rex?
No, it says Ron DeSantis has released an ad indoctrinating his children. Do we want to watch this? I don't know.
That I don't know if that's real. Is that real?
I don't know. Let's see.
Go to the actual
Yeah, let's
YouTube.
go to the YouTube channel.
See what
it's from Guardian News from 2.9 million subscribers.
Okay. So it's from the Guardian. All right.
Yeah,
Sketchosaurus Rex. Hey, look, I wasn't trying to like say you weren't trustworthy.
You were saying he was sketchy.
No, I was saying we're live on YouTube, and YouTube, like if this was Rumble, like it wouldn't matter. But like,
no, of course. No, I understand.
You never know.
Yeah, no, I know. Thank you, but it's funny though because his name is
Trumpism. Oh my god, this sounds like doesn't sound like an ad from DeSantis. It sounds like someone trying to slander him in some sense, but maybe it is an actual ad.
Okay, well, let's see.
Right, let's do it.
Let's see.
Everyone knows my husband, Ron DeSantis, is endorsed by President Trump, but he's also an amazing dad. Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
People say Ron's all Trump, but
what
he
is
so much more.
Big league. So good.
I just thought you should know.
Ron DeSantis.
What the fuck is this? Is he just trolling? I'm confused.
This is weird. I don't know what I just watched.
I don't know what that was. In a new campaign, Ron DeSantis playfully jokes that the only thing to his candidacy is his close relationship with the president. 4 years ago.
Oh, it's 4 years old? That's not new.
That's a 4-year-old commercial.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's weird. The 4-year-old, like, who cares?
I don't. That was
so
still weird. I mean, it was humorous. I thought.
There's so much more. Okay.
Well,
weird.
That was weird. Spence for 2 says, "Give my boy a few more drinks." Who's your
that?
boy? Adam? I
What's
don't.
up, Spence? I don't know.
I have no idea. Russell Hall for $5 says, "You should probably stick to cosplaying characters that Anna isn't doing in her calendar. For example, what about Star Trek Tangi's Beverly Crusher?" Fuck you, Russell Hall.
But you would crush Beverly Crushers.
No way.
Would
I'm
crush it?
No.
Why not? What? What do you mean? Oh, I love the Next Generation.
I do too, but
What
I'm
do you
not
mean? She was
dressing
one of
as
the babes
fucking
of the show.
Beverly Crusher.
Why?
Because D was way hotter than Beverly Crusher. Why would I dress up as fucking Dr. Crusher? Like, no way.
Oh, wait. No. I am thinking of the curly-haired girl. That's not Crusher. Crusher was the blonde,
Deanna.
right?
Oh, see, Russell's coming back with what about Deanna Troy?
Oh yeah. Deanna
I did
Troy.
go as Deanna.
That's who I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was thinking of Deanna Troy because you have the
Okay.
same. You have the hair for it.
I
right?
actually went as Deanna Troy like
I was
4
thinking
years ago for
Deanna
Halloween.
Troy. I'm in my head. So yeah, not Crusher wasn't the babe. It was Deanna.
No.
Right.
That's
she
right.
She had the sexual tension with Riker.
That's right. That's the girl.
Didn't they get it on? I think they did actually.
Oh, of course. They're like married later on, but yeah.
I
Oh
thought
yeah,
they got it on.
They
Okay.
got it on.
Yeah, Deanna. Yeah, you should definitely do that. That's what I'm about.
Okay, all right.
Crusher.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the outfits for Star Trek are really conservative.
I don't know. 7 and 9 did something for me. I'm just saying.
All right. Yeah, see, I wanted to do what's her name?
She filled that suit out is what I'm saying.
She did.
She 7 and 9. I mean,
she's fine.
And what was the girl from Enterprise? Did anyone watch Enterprise?
Yes, the elf
the
chick.
show. Yeah, the elf dude.
I'm not the elf chick. I mean the Vulcan chick.
Yeah, the Vulcan chick in Enterprise. Wow. Babe.
She was hot.
Babe. Wow.
She was very hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Russell Hall coming
T'Pol.
in with
T'Pol. Yes, T'Pol. Thank you.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. My favorite babe of all of Star Trek.
Really? T'Pol is your favorite one? See,
yeah, I don't know what she did something for me, man.
I'm rewatching DS9 for like the fifth. I never
saw DS9.
See, I love Dax.
No,
so
I saw little bits of it, but I never.
You gotta watch it, man.
I wasn't religious
good.
about it. Like Next Generation, I've probably seen all of them. Enterprise, I saw them all. The original Star Trek, I saw them all. What else is there? Voyager, I saw about. I would say I saw 80% of Voyager. I don't know.
Adam, you are doing yourself a disservice, man, because since you've seen all of TNG, you need to watch DS9. DS9 is the best one.
Yeah.
In my opinion. In my humble opinion, DS9 is the best one. I mean, it's like, especially now, like, if you watch it, even they're like not super strong seasons, which is like the first couple seasons.
Okay. Still good. Compared to the new shit.
Better compared to the new shit that's out here. You're like, holy fuck, these storylines are amazing. So I mean, I love DS9.
Okay, wait. Now, when I say I didn't watch DS9, I didn't watch it like from start to finish, like I did the others that I've mentioned, right?
Okay.
Voyager, I didn't finish. I've seen a lot, and
yeah.
They went into like they got really kind of wonky with like the. I don't know if was it time travel or like what they got into in season 7 or something.
Yeah, that was
something.
The ending.
Yeah. So like I didn't finish that because I was kind of like, whatever. I don't know what else pulled me away from it. But I have seen a lot of episodes of Deep Space Nine. But so like I know the characters a little bit. Yeah, I know it's not the same
unless you watch it from beginning to end, because they literally set stuff up in the first season that comes up like in the last seasons. Like it's all a giant build up to like the Dominion War and everything like that. So it's you're just missing out. I'm just telling you. You're hardcore missing out. I'm a big fan of DS9, and that's why I was like saying like I was considering doing Jadzia Dax as one of the characters that I was.
Is that the girl with like the dots on the side of? I remember her. Yeah, she's a babe.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Okay. I remember
her.
I
like her.
I love the eyes. I'm a sucker for like really pretty eyes. like laser beam eyes.
Yeah, like the big giant green eyes or like blue eyes. Well, I like blue
Mhm.
eyes, but then again,
It's all about, it's a little combo of everything. The color, the shape, the way they hold themselves is also really important.
they're the window to the soul.
To some people.
Well, if you have them, anyways.
Some people have no soul.
You don't have the soul.
Yeah.
Russell Hall for 5 says you should probably. Oh wait,
you read that one.
I got that one. Thank you,
Yeah.
TZ Burton for 5. Adam, I listened to your Rumble today with Comics and George. I can't wait to hear the rest of your story about the UFO. Okay, please tell us.
Yeah,
I want to know.
I'm telling the story of Timcast on my show soon. I'm finally doing it. I've been dropping some juicy details.
Oh, okay. You mean the UFO on your desk?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant your actual UFO story, like you saw one. I was like,
No,
okay,
no,
please
no,
tell
no.
me like your UFO story.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
No, the story of how this came to being, which is essentially,
you've told me this story. I actually know your UFO story.
Yeah.
So
Well, I didn't technically steal it myself. Nisha stole it. My wife, she went and took it and then brought it down. I was live and she kind of like snuck it onto my desk and it just kind of stayed on my desk ever since.
Good for her.
But it wasn't this, I was the one who spun the UFO on the Timcast show. So it was kind of like, and now I guess they got a new UFO, which is like, cool, whatever. It's an imposter.
I saw him today, like while you were live. He was live. He was interviewing Milo. I was like, "Are you serious? You're gonna?" I'm like, "You're gonna interview that dude?" Like, because I just saw his. Well, I just saw Lauren Southern's, not just, but a few months ago when she dropped it. I saw her expose on Milo and all those people. So I was like, "Oof." Like,
I don't know anything about that dude. I'll be honest. I like
basically,
I guess he got banned from YouTube,
according to
right?
Lauren Southern, Milo is a fucking psychopath. Like, basically, long story short, that's what's going on. I mean, you should definitely watch Lauren Southern's expose documentary, whatever that she made, because it was very entertaining. Like, there's a lot of drama, and there's a lot of people being exposed. A hilarious psychopath. Cool. But yeah, I mean, he's funny, but from the stuff that Lauren said, he sounds fucking psycho. I was like, holy shit.
So who out psychoed who on the show?
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw he had Milo on, and I was like, that's a pretty fucking interesting guest to bring on. Like,
I don't watch Tim. I can't stand the sound of his voice.
I can understand why. I 100% understand that. Russell, thank you for the 2. Says Crusher had many attractive qualities. I know you like her very much. Because you and the people on the Jack show are always watching that clip of Beverly Crusher and Deanna Troi like doing the exercises. Like, they're doing the exercise routine. They're always watching that. So thank you for that, Russell. Kenneth Dowling for 5 says, hi, Nina, just stopping by. Hello, sir. Sorry, I don't know your name. This is Adam.
It's okay.
Adam Krigler. Not trying to flirt, but you look lovely this evening. Hope all is good.
Thank you very much. Clearly talking about me.
Of course.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
He's very handsome, Kenneth. He used to be a model.
It's hard to tell, actually. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, well, maybe he is talking about you. It kind of looks like you're wearing some sort of like negligee.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. In Cancun, this is like the kind of tank tops you wear all the time because it's way too fucking hot.
But
I see. Not. Okay. It's actually a tank top.
Okay.
It's just
I saw chat was saying that and I was like, yeah, maybe it does a little bit.
Yeah, people people think that all the time, and I'm like, nah, that's just a tank top.
I live in Mexico.
That's called tropical wear because it's fucking hot here. So I mean, I think it looks funny when people think that I'm wearing a fucking nightie. But it's not. I literally wear this to Walmart like all the time.
Do you have air conditioning in your house?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
If I don't, I would die. Like, of course, I do. Okay. I have other stuff I want to talk about. For example, wait, what was the next topic? Hang on. I had to close the tabs. Oh, real quick, we're gonna hit on this one again. We can't really say much. I just wanted to laugh at it because what the fuck? This came out. Dead Pennsylvania lawmaker reelected. Special election will fill his seat.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it will, because why the fuck not?
Yeah, it's really sad.
This is so stupid. It says Pennsylvania longest serving state representative was reelected Tuesday despite having died last month. Democratic lawmaker Tony DeLuca died of lymphoma on October 9th. May he rest in peace, by the way. That sucks. On October 9th at 85 years old. He's lived a long life. According to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, election officials said it was too late for him to be taken off the ballot for the race in his, what is this? Allegheny County District. So
Allegheny.
I
think so, yeah.
Gainey. Okay.
I think that's how it's Allegheny, yeah.
Okay, cool. So he ran against Green Party candidate Zara Livingston and won handily with 82%. Well, of course he's running against the Green Party. Nobody votes for the Green Party. Nobody gives a shit about the Green Party. That's why he won, because he's running against the fucking Green Party.
I have something else I want to add to it though.
Okay.
People who are uninformed that just straight go Democrat all the way
vote
down.
Blue. Yeah.
You know, like, oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. A Democrat is like, I don't care if he died or not, because they don't know. Well, I lived in Pennsylvania for like 4 years, so I know, I've heard these words uttered out loud from actual Pennsylvanians.
Vote Blue?
No, Allegheny.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's how I felt about, like, when you said about the vote Blue thing, like you just go straight vote Blue. That's what I also thought about the whole Fetterman thing. Because I just think that's what's going on is a lot of times you've got these two camps now, and they don't even care what the candidates say or do or anything, really. They're just like, okay, they're blue. That's what I'm voting for. Like, they don't really give a fuck about any of the policies, any of the, any, like,
being alive.
Nobody cares anymore. That's what's going on. But this is a really weird situation though. So he won, and then the strange circumstances mean his seat will be filled by a special election, likely held in early spring, a campaign spokeswoman told WTAE. So what does this mean though? Until then, does that mean that his wife gets to sit on the seat? Because isn't that what happens is, like, in cases like this, if somebody dies, like if you get elected and you die, your wife becomes, or like your spouse carries on your, like, the remainder until somebody replaces you?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous that this is even a situation. But it's happened before. It's not the first time it's happened. There was what year was it? I don't recall the year, but it happened in another state with a Republican. Same kind of thing. Just like they ended up passing away before, but then it goes through. You know, it's just kind of weird. They should just have a special election. You know, that, like, don't fill the seat until they just have another election. You know,
yeah, well, that's what they're saying. They're saying they're going to have a special election. So I guess we'll find out. But until spring, though, this guy's seat is going to be empty. I guess. I don't know. This is so weird. These are the things that are like, this is the funny business that we talk about. There's like so much weird, funny business that happens all the time, and it's like, oh, okay, well, this dude was dead, but all right.
We're just gonna let it go, and he won.
Yeah. I mean, again, to be fair, he was running against the Green Party. Like, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, you're right there. I know.
That's what happens. That's what happens in Canada all the time. Like, it used to happen all the time, because it would be like, oh, who's the candidates? Oh, the Green Party. Yeah, nobody's voting for that shit. Nobody cared about the fucking Green Party. Okay, next story. I thought this was very weird. But again, we have to be careful even talking about this kind of stuff on YouTube, because they're so weird. But this caught my eye today. A bit of woke on woke crime. Transgender charity Mermaids bid to strip gay rights group LGB Alliance of its charitable status is deeply offensive and profoundly homophobic, tribunal hears. So Mermaids has launched legal action to get LGB Alliance struck off as a charity. Trans charity claims that LGB, they've taken out the T now. LGB Alliance is merely a front for transphobia. Lawmakers for LGB Alliance said Mermaids' action was profoundly homophobic.
Well, it's
the
not
two
homophobic.
charities.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, the two charities fundamentally disagree on issues of trans rights. So that these two charities are basically having it out over who should have more say in
for
things,
more a bigger victim card.
Yes.
More credit on their victim card.
That's right.
I mean, let's be honest. Like the LGB makes sense because it's if you're not straight and you're a male, that means you're gay, and that's the G. If you're a female and you are not straight, then you're lesbian, and if you like both, you're bi, and like that's kind of where it ends. Like the T is something different. It's not the same. They don't belong in the same group. That's what you identify as. They're jumping on the bandwagon. Although I don't even feel like this is safe.
I don't know if it's safe or not, but I can tell you this. I really like that joke that Dave Chappelle talked about when he was like, you know, it's like they're in a car. They're like in a car. I'm gonna butcher this joke, but they're like, you know, it's like as if the alphabets are in the car, and then you know they're stopping by and they're picking people up, and then they stop from the T, and the T gets in, and the L's and the G's and the B's are like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? He doesn't belong here. I totally butchered the joke. But anyway, Dave Chappelle makes fun of that.
Well, people are asking about the Qs. That's just people who want to be special. The
Qs, you know, the Qs were always a thing, especially in the 90s.
No, they weren't.
They were,
no,
Adam.
I do not agree. I'm sorry. I do not agree.
The Qs were always the weirdos. That was the thing. It was like you didn't know what they were.
That's bullshit.
That's not bullshit. Well, in Canada, that's what it was. The Qs were like their own thing. Like you were like,
I'm gonna resist the urge to make fun of your upbringing there. But I do not agree.
You should make fun of me. I want to be made fun of. What were you gonna say?
No, people in high school. I mean, think about high school. It's like there's all sorts of different people. Like any one specific, the jocks, the goths, the freaking, you know, whoever, the nerds, every different type of person is like everyone could be considered, you know, different compared to others, right?
Yes.
Like,
and that's what queer meant back then.
So everyone was queer then.
If
everyone's queer, no one's queer. Sorry, I don't agree.
But that's what it meant, though. It meant you're strange, you're queer. It literally meant the word, like you're
the literal sense of the word, sure.
Yes.
But like the way that they use it, it's like it's essentially saying you're either LGB or trans, and it's like that's what queer is now. They've taken it, and
they've taken it.
Now these people who are not even any of those just say they're queer because they want a little piece of that special victims card that the LG whatever all like
the
hold
alphabet
on to.
crowd.
The alphabet crowd, right? So the LGBs, like I know, like Mikey Harlow, right? He can't stand the whole movement, you know. And he actually just hit me up. I'm gonna be joining his show soon. He's awesome.
Like tonight?
No, not tonight. I've streamed so much today. I'm gonna chill out after this.
You're like a freaking stream machine if you were gonna go there afterwards.
I've been on so many streams in the past couple days. It's crazy. But you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. You know, I love Mikey, but the LGBs, like a lot of them can't stand this. You know, just this is the example right here.
Yes,
this is it. Like they're going against each other because the LGBT alliance is like, you don't belong in this group. You're something different. This is about who we like to sleep with. You know, and it's like, and I get it. Look, if you like to sleep with guys and you're a guy, that means you're gay, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't care. Don't push it on kids. Don't try to push it on me because it's not gonna work. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter.
Wait,
like,
okay, hold on. Back up. Have you ever met a guy that was gay and tried to come on? I mean, you're a very attractive guy. So
yeah, I have.
Have they? Okay, so have they been nice about it, or were you like, I'm not interested, and then they were like, okay, no, but they like, or were they like?
I lived in New York and I was in the modeling world, and I've had nice gay guys trying to hit on me, and I also had like gross gay guys try to hit on me in like a gross manner. Case in point, Andy Dick was one of those gross gay guys that tried to hit on me. In fact, he just tried to like he literally walked up to like the person I was with. I guess they knew each other. And he turns to me and goes, "Oh, you're cute," and then goes to try to kiss me, and I'm like, "Ah!" And I like,
that's his thing.
I'm like, "Oh God, no!" And I like push him off me, like it's so disgusting. And I was like, "Oh God!" And he was like drunk and gross. It's like, "Ah, dude,
have
no."
Okay, Adam, have you seen my Andy Dick video?
Gross. No, what was that all about?
That was like one of my first kind of like viral videos because I made a video called "What Happened to Andy Dick." You should check that out after, because
I have zero interest in knowing anything about that man. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
that
good.
was one of the things.
I want to support you.
That was one of the things that came up though in the video, is that he has a habit of going around and kissing and licking people. Like that's his thing that he would do.
Oh man,
God.
it was nasty.
How long ago was this?
Oh shit, probably 15 years, maybe. I don't know. A long time ago.
That's a long time ago. Do you know that he's like living in like people's RVs now and shit like that?
I do not give a shit. I do. I care. Not at all. I do not
like
care.
Not even a little bit.
Not even the slightest bit.
That is
He's
so
a
funny.
gross human being.
He is. He's very fucked up. Him and like, because these celebrity downfalls, like they fascinate me a little bit, like just a little bit. Like I'm always like,
I don't care. That's because women like people more than things.
Yeah. Really? Is that what you do? You think it's a woman thing? I think
no. Yeah, I don't think so. I know it. Not because I'm a clinical psychologist, but because I listen to clinical psychologists like Jordan Peterson, who breaks it down and breaks out the fact that women are more interested in people. That's why they tend to be in jobs that help people, like being a nurse or being a doctor or being like in
social. We're more social creatures.
In the social services, where men like things, where they use tools, where they engineers, and like there's a reason for that, so yeah, exactly. It's a woman thing. Celebrity I don't give a shit.
I get fascinated by it. Like the other day, actually, Alex Stein, it was last week. Alex Stein told me about what's his name, Delonte West, because I was like talking about how like Delonte West slept with LeBron James's mom, and he's like, have you seen what the fuck's going on with Delonte West now? He's like literally on the street panhandling.
I don't even know who that is.
He's an NBA champion, and now he's like freaking panhandling on the street. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but still,
you lost me at celebrity gossip.
I get fascinated by this stuff.
Let me tell you about this stuff.
I'm like, telling you, it's fascinating.
Oh no, my internet, it's going out. My internet's. Oh, what's happening?
I'll make you interested.
Oh no,
I can change you. Okay. hold on. But yeah, going back to that situation though, with the with the
LGBs versus the T's,
with the Skittle Nation. Yeah,
the Skittle Nation.
The Skittle Nation is trying to tear each other apart. And to be honest with you, I always get entertained by this too. Like the downfall of celebrities. Yeah.
Let them fight.
Exactly. Just like the downfall of celebrities fascinate me, woke on woke crime fascinates me as well. So I think that this is hilarious in some way.
They go after the kids. Funny. I'm gonna fucking stand up and fight. I talk about it anytime some shit comes up, but like I'm so against it. I don't care if you're an adult. If you're an adult and you want to cut your dick off, go ahead.
Go for
by
it.
all means. But you start pushing it on kids and trying to fall into that ideology, like we've got beef. And I'm gonna fucking say something. It pisses me off so much. The manipulation of children. I'm so like it gets me like angry.
Like yeah, I'm the same way, Adam, but like more so with the pedophilia stuff. Like I'm like, I will die on this hill. Like I will. Like I'm fucking done. Like I don't give a shit if you defend that shit to me. Like no. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't even fucking get this shit.
Absolutely.
Like, there's just a line that you draw, you know, and that's where my line is. I'm like, nope, like I'm done. But speaking of
you're ruining
trans,
someone's life forever.
yes, forever.
You're stealing their childhood away, and it's just disgusting.
It is disgusting, and so is this.
Oh, I saw this.
Biological male won Miss Greater Dairy, which is a beauty pageant in New Hampshire under the Miss America organization. Listen.
I don't care anymore at this point. Women need to, if all those women are standing next to her smiling, if they're not like flicking the camera off or
I would be pissed.
They're fine.
They're letting all those women that are standing next
to that man. It's like, you chose to be there. Like, all of them should have walked away and be like, we're not taking a picture with this man.
Look,
this is a dude.
Listen. It's not okay. No. At the very least, can we try? Like, okay, hear me out. Like, I get that they want to be women or whatever, but like, you know, you have people like Blair White, and I like Blair White. I think at least you're trying. You know,
she doesn't hide that she's a man, though.
Exactly, but also she tries to look like a woman, you know, and
but she also acknowledges that she's biologically male.
Yes,
and that's a very big difference between these people. Like, she's a transvestite.
Yes,
Blair White is, right?
Yes,
a transvestite. That's what they used to be called. Like, the opposite, when they fully try to conform to the opposite sex. It doesn't mean Blair White's a woman. She's a man that's a transvestite, you know. Yes. And it's like, okay, that's fine.
And Blair's totally fine with that. And I love that Blair bakes up. You know what's so crazy, Adam, is I didn't know that Blair was trans.
Yeah.
I had to be told that by Chrissy Bear. Like, they were like, because I thought she was a woman. And they were like, you know that she's not a woman, right? And I was like, what? No, because she looks like a woman. Like, I was like, you know, I was fooled.
Oh,
like,
transsexual? Is that the Mr. Batsu is correct to me? Like, transvestites are men who dress as women. All right, transsexual. Yeah, okay. That does make more sense, right? She goes full.
I can't keep track of all these.
I know, right? She's a guy. That's it. I don't know, whatever. I don't know if she still has it. I don't care. I don't want to know. She's an adult. She does. That's the thing.
Right.
She's an adult. She's not pushing it on kids. It doesn't bother me. I don't care. You do what you want to do as an adult.
But you know what? In this situation, as a woman, like, I get annoyed because I'm like, first of all, a real woman would never be this size and become a beauty queen. Like, there's no fucking way in hell.
Yeah.
If you're a real woman.
That man won because it's a man. That's why the patriarchy strikes again.
I know. I'm telling you, if it was a woman, she would have never won being that size. Like, she's massive. Okay, look at the other ladies. Like, look, petite, petite, fucking extra small. I mean, I don't even know what the hell is going on with this girl. She needs to eat some food. Petite, all of these people petite. I don't know. Maybe this one right here.
I'll be honest. All of these girls don't look like they'd actually make it in like the higher levels.
Like the higher level, yeah, I agree.
I mean, but look. I worked in an industry where I was surrounded by the most attractive people on the planet, right? I mean, I literally traveled the world with the most, like, the hottest people, right? That's literally what my job was.
Yeah.
So like, maybe I'm spoiled a little bit, or like my viewpoint of what attractiveness was really skewed, because I was doing, you know, I vote with Giselle. Like, I've worked with Giselle Bundchen, you know, like, we did a campaign together for Vogue, right? Like, so I've worked with like the hottest babes on the planet, and like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, none of you are winning like Miss Universe. All right, you won Miss Dury. Whatever the fuck that means.
Wait, what was this one? Yeah, what was this one?
Miss Dury?
This is Miss Great Dairy. Greater Dairy.
Like, what the fuck is that? What?
Like, is that
where
like
is
milk
even
products?
Dury?
Like,
where is that? You know? And it's like, oh, cool. We'll see you at the finals. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So
it's
ridiculous.
True though. It's true though. Holy shit! But
yeah, none of y'all making it to the finals. I was just
mean, okay. Can I? I was gonna make a fat joke, but they're gonna get me on fat shaming on this one. Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, my last strike was for hate speech, because I was calling out the person who was trying to get into sororities. Do you
Oh, God.
remember that story? The trans person who was trying to get into a sorority and was all upset because every single sorority was like, no, get out of here.
No,
And I'm like,
I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that story.
I'm kind of on the sorority side. I said a little bit more, but we'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
All right. One more story. We'll cover this real quick.
Okay.
And that was the story. Actually, you were talking about this on your show.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff we talked about tonight. I was covering on my show. Yeah, this one
here
funny.
caught my eye earlier this week, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" The VR headset designed to kill you.
Yep.
Oculus creator develops a terrifying device that instantly destroys your brain if you die in a virtual game. What the fuck? What the hell is the point? Like, look, the point of a video game is that so you can try again. Okay, like that's the whole fucking point.
Well, it's based on Sword Art Online, which is an anime that came out, and it was essentially
I've seen it
like a Matrix style. You go into a virtual reality world, and if you lose the game, you die. That's actually the explosive charges right there on top. This guy actually has government contracts. He used those are actual explosive charges, and it's like it's a real thing.
Yes, it is. This is
but
a real thing.
He also talks about how it's an art project. I'm kind of like showing like. I feel like part of him is like kind of like a mad scientist, right? And the other half of him is like doing it just for like the art side of it. But someone who works for like the government and he has access to explosive charges legally. It's like, all right, this dude's got some shit, man. I don't know.
I like Xerxes. He's funny. He has,
Andreas?
Yeah, he's got very interesting theories about this kind of stuff.
Oh, Andreas is one of my favorite, man. He's so
love
crazy.
That guy. He's so
Have you had him on your show yet?
Yes.
Okay,
we've talked a bunch of times because
he's fantastic. Yeah,
he's so interesting to me. But yeah, this guy though, the whole fucking point of a video game is that so you can try again. But this guy comes out. The founder of Meta's Oculus platform might have trouble finding volunteers to try his latest creation. You think?
I don't know, man.
Like,
I mean, euthanasia is legal in Canada and Switzerland. They've got those suicide booths. I'm sure you can find someone. There's got to be someone out there. You go to Canada, that shit's legal now.
That's true. I mean, I guess maybe, you could find like really depressed people that want to end their life anyways. Like, I guess.
And they maybe like video games, you know?
And then they're like, you know what? Fine, I'll try it. Oof. Like that's insane.
I think it's
but anyone who values their life wouldn't. Holy shit. Nerve gear created by 30-year-old Oculus founder. Wait, what is this? Palmer Lucky. Oh, he's lucky, all right. And instantly destroys the brain of the user where they die in a virtual game. It looks like a normal headset apart from the 3 terrifying explosive charge modules that are pointed at the user's skull. That's these things right here. When the user dies virtually during the game, the modules fire at their head, killing them instantly at the same time. What's the point though? Like, why does this guy want to kill people during a video game? I'm so confused.
It's an art project. He doesn't.
What kind of art project is this? This is so sadistic to me. Like, I feel
it's better than a banana duct taped to the wall. It's like
is it?
Well, yeah.
The banana doesn't kill you.
Yeah, but Sword Art Online anime, like how big manga is and like anime is in like this new generation, like no one's gonna want to try that. But just the fact that it exists is like something that will go viral. It is. We're talking about it. I talked about it. People are talking about it. It's like,
just because we're talking about it doesn't mean we're gonna try it, Adam. Like, what the fuck? I'm talking about it, so I can tell you.
He's not trying to advertise this as a product that he's gonna use. He admitted that it's an art project.
I'm sorry, but I'm with Joe on this one. Art.
Oh, I fully agree. We live in a clown world, Joe.
Art. Like, what the fuck?
Of course. We definitely live in clown world. There's a lot of examples that proves we're in a clown world before this came out. All right. Trust me.
Lucky who sold his firm Oculus to Meta. I didn't know that he sold Meta to Meta. That's interesting.
Yeah, it ruined Oculus in my opinion, because Oculus
Really?
was, well, yeah, it was a really cheap VR system. VR is awesome. I have PSVR, the PlayStation version. Really, really fun. I could play with my buddy, and we like are standing next to each other. It's very eerie to be able to like see someone who's not actually there, who's like 1,000 miles away, but who's standing next to you in the game. It's really cool. But then Facebook bought it and made it so you have to have a Facebook account to use Oculus at all.
Oh, that's lame.
Right. So if they get rid of you from Facebook, your Oculus is pointless. It's like useless. And it's just like it becomes a freaking paperweight. You know, I'd rather have something that I'm able to use whenever I want, not have some sort of big tech company have control over something that I buy. Right. If I have the say in it, right. Steam, I have some issues with Steam because Steam could definitely cut you off.
Yes.
There's some issues there. I like that's why I got I have the PS5 and I got the physical disc copy because I want the discs of the games that I have.
I do that too. Like whenever I buy like especially console video games, I'm buying from like the physical stuff. I like physical media.
My movie collection is huge. Oh, go ahead.
Douglas says an interesting thing here though. Modern day Russian roulette. You know, that's interesting.
I don't agree. You
don't?
No, Russian roulette is a chance to die. You know, there's the excitement of like you have a chance to die, but you know, if you click it and you win, you every time.
But it's like you're taking a chance to kill yourself though. Like it's a pretty crazy idea, even especially for even back then,
all right. I see it is the modern version of it, I guess. Yeah, I can see it. All right.
It's a game of chance.
Yeah.
In where you can actually die by your own hand, really, because you're fucking shooting yourself.
The explosive, you know, not your own. It's the explosive that kills you, not your hand.
That's true. Well, I meant like in the Russian roulette because you're like pulling the trigger and killing yourself, like when you're like,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is crazy. The idea of tying your real life to virtual avatars always fascinated me. You instantly raise the stakes to the maximum level and force people to fundamentally rethink how they interact with virtual world and the players inside it. Pumped up graphics might make a game look more real, but only the threat of serious consequences can make a game feel real to you and every other person in the game. This is an area of video game mechanics that has never been explored, and nor should it. What the fuck? Stop exploring.
I gotta disagree with that statement though, because I know a lot of people that dedicate their lives to video games. You know, and there's people who monetize playing video games. You know, look at Twitch, look at the people that play video games, one video game, and they dedicate their life to making videos, explaining it, and like a lot of time, like people get so invested in games that it becomes their life. It becomes a problem. Like I mean,
yes, because people have like left their children starving at home, and kids have died because they were like, you know, playing WoW.
I had a friend who was so hooked on WoW, he lost a job. He lost a lot, and it was really sad to see someone get so stuck into games. Yeah, he was hooked on it, you know. So
it's
like
an addiction
for these people, those games are real life to them, you know. The social media, well, not even social media, the disconnect from reality that happens in video games and social media, that's kind of what I'm talking about,
right?
You know? That has run rampant through our society, and it's so sad because people are losing the ability to even connect with reality. Now these video games, like, this is already happening, right? If you suddenly took, for an example, if we take all of WoW, right? If we just wipe the servers, wipe them clean, every single WoW player on the planet loses all of their stuff, guaranteed someone's gonna
they might off themselves,
want to play this game immediately.
Or they just.
I didn't want to say it, but yes, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like guaranteed someone's going to be
probably
so
because they've invested so much time. It's like it's literally their life. Like I know exactly what you mean, and it's just like I remember reading that one article where that Korean lady, like she was like going to like they weren't, because she wasn't even playing at home. She was playing in those like internet cafes, And then she left her kid starving at home and the kid died. And
It's
then
so sad. I never heard that
it's so
story,
crazy. Like I was like, I can't believe that somebody would do this, but it's just, I
Yeah.
always like, and I was one of those people as well that got like a little bit too hooked on online video games. Like I like, it wasn't.
You did? What game?
Yeah, I did. I got really stuck in like, well, Neverwinter Nights was one, but the other one was Fantasy Star Online and Fantasy Star Universe. Like
I love that game.
I
was really into that too. Yeah, I was really hooked.
Were you? Oh my
Yeah, it was a
god,
good game.
I love that game. But anyways,
Yeah,
I
I
got
was a
really
caster healer.
stuck.
Great game.
I was really, really into it.
The new one sucks compared to it.
With what? The new? Like,
yeah, the one that just came out like 5 months ago or something.
Oh my god, I haven't played it.
It's not the same.
It's not good.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, some people like it. A buddy of mine really likes it. It's just it doesn't feel the same as like Phantasy Star Ultimate, Phantasy Star Online. It's I don't know. Yeah.
See, there you go. EverQuest. That was another one that I played. And like there's just certain games that you got hooked into, and I literally was like, what happened to my life? And then like so after a while, like I decided to quit. Like, and I still to this day have a very hard problem like playing online video games. I don't play online video games because
you'll get stuck in there.
Yes, I feel like I'll get stuck in there and I don't want to lose myself. Like I'm like, and at the time, like I started to kind of like explore as to why this was happening to me, because I was like, well, there has to be something wrong with my own life that I feel like I have to go into this world, like this fake world, and live a fake life, because that's what it was. It was a fake life. Like I had a fake life inside that.
You know what it is? I feel like I can explain it. I feel like I just kind of came up with this right now. I've talked about on my show about how there's such a lack of purpose in the youth nowadays. We don't have to grow our own food. We don't have to worry about being like caught out in the cold. I mean, obviously there's homeless, but that's the exception, but we don't have to worry about getting killed by raiders who are trying to like come and like shoot us and steal our stuff. It's like these kind of like macro dangers in life are gone. And the society that has been built has really treated us to allow people to use their brains a lot more, and that's kind of led to these advances that have helped make life a lot easier, automating so many things that now we're getting to the point where there's so many people that don't really have any purpose in life, and people need purpose. Purpose is so drastically important, so people connect their purpose to, you played that game, like why did you play it? You played it to get better and stronger, and like then all of a sudden you got your purpose is to like win in this game, where it's not as easy to win in life, because it's a struggle. You got to work hard, where it's like video games, it's kind of like the fast pass to that
easy, it's a shortcut,
that purpose that you feel, even though it's false. It's just digits,
Agreed.
Little ones and zeros in a pattern on a computer, but people are addicted to it. And that's the same thing with social media, TikTok, like these
porn?
Young girls. Yeah, sure. Porn for men, like young men are addicted to watching porn or watching someone's OnlyFans, or in the inverse, that the women are obsessed with now getting money from the OnlyFans, that they need the attention from the people maybe on Instagram or whatever, or TikTok. They're doing these dances to try to get, when their purpose is that now attached to validation from others on the internet. And it's like totally skewed from reality. Like reality, people are now, it's selfish to have kids. Like, okay, in a generation or two, who's going to have kids? It's insane.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy thing, and I totally agree in that sense of what you said about like not having a purpose, and like that's kind of like what it came back to. Like for me at the time, like I was going through like a depression. I was going through like really like I was going through a period of my life where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I was confused. I had all these issues, and it culminated in me just putting my life into that game instead. Oh, kitty, hi. Oh, I get distracted by little animals. Sorry. But I get like it was just so.
Why are you wet? It's probably raining outside.
Oh,
I got a cat door. He comes and goes, which is amazing. He pees and shits outside.
That's cool.
I don't have a litter box. Yeah, ever. I've never had one with him.
That's amazing. I have an indoor cat.
Awesome. It's awesome.
it's
Be jealous.
I am not jealous because I like my indoor cat. She's very clean.
He's clean too.
She doesn't bring fucking birds and like dead fucking mouses to my door.
All right, well, he brings mice in, but then he eats them. So I don't really. He's got to supplement his appetite.
I understand. My point though was that like I get the idea of being just so needing a purpose. Like if you don't have one in your real life, and if you're unhappy in your real life, then you're going to want to find it other places. And usually video games are a way that you can get away from this world. Now, if you want to get away fully and like just
then you play this new game.
Then you have to play this new game and take off for forever. But holy fuck.
I feel like that's why euthanasia is actually becoming legalized in many places. Switzerland, they got those suicide booths.
I know.
Canada just made it like kids under 18 can do it. It's like, this is insane. Like,
it was crazy.
What the hell's going on? Like, no, they need mental help.
Do you think that has to do with the and again, like, I got to be careful what I say, but do you think that has to do with like the World Economic Forum stuff, like about the whole population control?
Yeah,
thing?
Absolutely. 100%. Of course.
Well, there you go. Bradley Burnett for 5 says, I've been watching Trek since 1979. DS9 is my favorite. And guess what? Commanding officer was a black man way before woke. Adam, watch the series. Absolutely. It's true.
Yep, I will.
There was a black admiral as well. There was many black people.
And no one cared? There wasn't like
cared.
A bunch of people rising up and being upset? No, because there was a time when race was like basically done.
It was done.
It wasn't an issue.
When it came back.
Thanks, Obama. I blame Obama.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I kind of do too. Because I feel like
most divisive president ever.
I feel like he kind of made it a thing again. And I was like,
no, he definitely did.
Not kind of. He
absolutely did.
When it started to become a thing, I literally was like, I thought we were over this already. Like, didn't everybody watch those after school specials like Saved by the Bell and like Fresh Prince and all that shit? Like, I thought we went through this already.
Yeah.
But I guess we need to repeat everything. Kenneth, who left already, thank you for the $10. I met Nina, looks lovely, but you're cool, Adam. I was making a joke. I know. I have been writing my own superhero, but I can't decide between powers or not. I love guys like Batman and Spider-Man. What do you like? I love Spider-Man. That's my dude. What about you, Adam?
Growing up, I liked two. It was a toss-up between the two: Wolverine and Green Lantern. Those were my two I really liked. Green Lantern, like the movie. I've actually recently watched the movie. It wasn't as bad as I remember. It wasn't as bad. I liked the idea behind it. Like where the power kind of connects to who the person is.
Yeah.
I really like that. And then Wolverine, I had a bunch of the early comics when Wolverine's a freaking beast. Like you think he's vicious from what the movies show. No, the movies are he's a lot kinder in the movies.
He's tame. Yeah, he's really tame in the movies. Yeah. Like, I mean, even in the 90s animated cartoon, that's how I know Wolverine. And he was very like not tame. Like he was like, fuck you. Fuck you up.
The one thing I want to say about making a superhero, make them face a lot of shit.
Yes.
Make them go through hell. All right. Because they need that. No Mary Sue. All right. Make him earn it, whatever it is.
This is a great follow-up question, though. Which Green Lantern?
Ooh. I mean, there's a planet of Green Lanterns, right? I mean, how do you...
I think what was it?
But the one that I follow, I don't remember his name.
I forget his name.
The one from Earth, the Earth's Defender, so... I don't remember it.
John Stewart, that's what his name was, I think.
Was it?
There was two. There was John Stewart and some other dude. I forget what his name was. God damn it. Or Kyle Rayner.
Is it Kyle Rayner? I see someone. Hal Jordan. That's
Hal Jordan.
That's
there you go.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Hal Jordan. A lot of everybody was saying Hal Jordan. Okay, there you go. I like the Green Lantern story a lot too. I think it's a really, really cool story. But you know, that's really interesting, Adam, because you're like, you don't hear that very often. That
Green Lantern?
Yeah, Green Lantern being the favorite. Like usually fake geek girl. It's true. I don't know too many of these. I don't.
When have you ever identified as a geek girl?
I know I'm more of an anime geek than
Yeah, I don't
like comic book stuff. Like I like the movies. Like that's the way that I got into this stuff is like, well, actually not the movies. The 90s animated versions is how I got into like American superhero stories like X-Men, the 90s version, the animated Batman, the 90s, and the Superman. That's how I learned all about the American superheroes. Because before that, like my life was anime. Like I never cared about American, like any of the American stuff. Like no offense, but
that's okay.
It was
all the best superheroes though had shit go down. Something bad happened to them in some way that made them realize
Uncle
how
Ben,
precious life was and why they found a reason to defend it. So needs a reason, needs a purpose to be. And without that, then it's pointless. Like look at the new Star Wars. Like Rey was just like ultra powerful. She didn't go through shit. She just like suddenly became like the most powerful person ever, knowing how to do everything. It was like, what the hell is this shit? Like there's no like path. There was no hero's journey. She just was like, oh, I could do all of these things. I'm the best. I'm the strongest. It's like, oh my God. It's cool.
Spider-Man losing Gwen, but also Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben mostly. Like Uncle Ben.
Right. Well, the classic story is Uncle Ben being
killed. Gwen also, yeah.
And he had the chance to, and he didn't do anything. And it was like, it was his own fault that killed. Technically not, but he, that's the story. It's good.
I do love these super stories. If I ever like superhero stories, and if I ever do like get a chance to buy like physical copies, I really want to start buying the physical copies and like getting a hold of some of the classic ones. Like Az was showing off on the real BBC the other day. He got the Todd McFarlane, I think it was Todd McFarlane, but the really really nice Spider-Man Mary Jane ones, and I was like, oh my God, I love those. And the Black Cat, she's my favorite. So I was like, oh God, I need to get those. Nice. Then we got Bradley Burnett for 5 says, my speculation, Fetterman will resign shortly after being sworn due to health. Governor will appoint his wife as senator. Guess her politics. Oh,
so crazy to think about.
You know what? I thought that this was
going to surprise me though.
I thought this was going to be the case about Biden. Like I thought that Biden was going to step aside after like 30 days or whatever. And then either Kamala was going to become president or like, his wife was going to take over or whatever.
No, it wouldn't be his wife. That's not how
well, I know it would be Kamala because it's vice president.
They're waiting till at least after January 21st because then Kamala can end the rest and still serve 2 terms, even though I think that's a horrendous thought. But that's how I think so.
Okay, let me ask you one question before we move on to the next super chat. Do you think? Well, I guess it depends on like whether you guys win the Senate or House. But I was just wondering, like, do you think that the Republicans would actually lift the, I guess, embargo on tourist people that aren't vaccinated, like myself? Do you think that will ever happen?
I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
I think it's crazy.
Shit, I don't want to say anything that will get your channel in trouble.
Okay, then don't. Moving on. We'll move on to the next.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to answer that question without like saying what I know about. Yeah, I don't want to.
I get it. TZ Burton for 2 says, "Why is the rest of the alphabet left out?" I don't know because I guess they're over it.
No,
they're
it's
like,
very easy to explain. It's very easy to explain. You're either straight, gay, which is I feel like lesbian and gay is the same thing. You like the same sex, or you like both. There's no other options. No,
I think TZ was talking about like in that like the LGBTQI like whatever, like they only have like LGB.
That's what I'm saying right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm answering that. The rest are left out because that's the only things that could happen. That's it. You like both, you like the opposite, or you like the same. That's it. There's nothing else. Anything beyond that is something different. It's a mental feelings, fifis. You know, you're stuck in what you feel like. You know, you can't help who you're attracted to. You know, it's like if someone's attracted to the same sex, like, all right, you are. Like, I don't want you to try to change or adhere to some societal thing about like traditional roles. Like, I get that, you know, but like there's men and women. That's it. So it's like if a guy likes a guy, you're gay. If a girl likes a girl, it's a lesbian. If a guy likes a girl, that's straight. If a girl likes a guy, that's straight. If either one likes both, then you're bi. Like there's nothing else. And that's why the rest is left out. So I don't know how to do that where you instantly cut to like a video. How is that the thing?
You just have to be fast at it. Like just go
so
to
good.
Like
so
go
good.
upload the videos. But you know what? That's interesting that like and somebody said in the chat that they want the P. And you know what? They already have a P. It's called pansexual, but they want the other P.
Yeah. Well, they're pushing for M. They're trying to make it, you know, a map instead. And it's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
That's
it's
disgusting.
not happening. It's not happening on my fucking watch.
Thank you. I like that about you.
Fuck that shit. If
Why
that
are
gets
you
me
gay?
banned on fucking, if that gets me banned on YouTube, I don't even give a fuck. Like I'm like whatever. I'm like no pedos. I don't care.
It shouldn't. I mean, if that's the reason,
no
I don't want to be on
pedos.
YouTube anymore. Then
I know, right? Ozma, thank you for the $10. Holy crap! Look at Adam's Ralph Lauren modeling photos. Wowza, dude, girl, that's what I said. And then people are all like, "Oh, you're such a simp for Adam." I'm telling you, like he's a good-looking man.
I know I hide it well. I don't try very hard.
Well, he cleans up.
Maybe I
nice.
should. I don't know. Maybe I should.
Clean up very nice. You'll probably
Thank
have
you,
a lot
Ozma.
more subscribers if you did.
Maybe.
Just saying. You know, you can ask your wife. I'm telling. I'm sure
she's trying to get me to have a haircut. She wants me to get a haircut.
Get a
I kind of want a haircut too. Yeah. I do. I want a haircut.
Happy life, happy wife, or happy wife, happy life. Adam, come on now. Bradley Burnett for 5 says Nina's asking the right question. Why did this person win a beauty contest? Maybe I picked the winner to be linebacker, but not beauty queen. Thank you.
Agreed.
Definitely linebacker. Bird Up for 5 says, isn't Derry where Pennywise lives? Why isn't he Miss Derry? I forgot. Is that where Pennywise is from? I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah. The Derry. Yeah. I think so.
Sank, thank you for the 5.
Great name.
I'm gonna say Sank. That's it.
Yeah, sure.
For 5. Took me a bit to give Adam a chance. I thought he was just being salty about Tim, but I've seen him on other shows and he seems genuine and grew on me.
Thank you.
I think Adam's a very nice person.
Yeah. Maybe I am. Maybe I am a little salty at Tim, you know.
But you're allowed to be salty.
But when you hear what happened, then you might actually understand why. So
see, that's funny because Lauren Southern came out with her expose about Milo. You need to come out with your expose about Tim. And then that'll be like, you know, like your
Well, it won't be an expose on Tim. It'll be an expose on him, how we met and how we ended and everything in between. So it's not, I don't want to focus
it's
on
not
that.
Him.
I don't want to
like
focus on
situation.
Tim. It's going to be our relationship as it started and how it ended and everything in between, you know? So it's like, everyone wants to hear the story and it's like, it's about time I tell it.
Yeah, we all want to know.
Yeah.
Are you working on it right now? Like, are you actually working on it?
Yeah.
Or are you just...
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
Talking points. No, talk to Tim first. Tim doesn't talk to me, and I don't care. Tim did me dirty, and I don't give a shit. I don't owe him anything.
Why? Yeah, why? Why would you need to talk to him? You're your own thing now. You're on your way. You're doing your own thing. He's doing his own thing.
I've established that I'm my own person, and I think it's time that I tell my story, and I don't care anymore. I'm done protecting and hiding that shit because
Are you going to do it in video format or are you going to write a book?
A friend of mine wants me to write a book, but I don't know. I think I think I'm just gonna do a video on it and just put it on my page. Just,
right.
you know,
There
maybe
you go.
I think I might do it live, and then make a video and clip it and put it up on YouTube and Rumble and everything.
Okay. Okay.
So,
I look forward to hearing your story. Kenneth, thank you for the 2. Says, have a good night, guys. You too, buddy. Thank you. And also said, thanks for the advice, Adam.
For sure.
He had very good advice.
Thank you.
Bradley for 5 says, just to see your response on MSNBC, Kat Tur raised the possibility of Fetterman running for POTUS. Back acknowledged that there were some variables. What?
That's funny.
Stop it.
That's very funny.
No. I can't.
That has to be a joke.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah.
Oh
Ridiculous.
my God. That's fucking crazy. Can you imagine? Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, Biden's in office right now.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Sometimes I feel like this world can't get any crazier, and then something else happens. Oh, there was one more thing that I totally forgot to show, but did you see that Sean Penn gave his Oscar to the
Zelensky? I know, I saw that. So stupid.
What a piece of shit. I'm saying that about Sean Penn because he's fucked.
I don't care.
I know you don't care about celebrities.
Well, I mean, or Ukraine, or the Ukrainian government. I want to be specific because, like, I feel bad for the citizens of Ukraine.
The people always suffer. That's true.
Yeah,
the innocent
The Ukrainian
suffer.
Government is, it's a fucking shit show.
Very corrupt.
I don't trust any of it. I feel like it's just a money laundering scheme for the Biden administration and whoever else is connected, his son and everything. Probably the Pelosi's. I just don't trust any of them. They keep sending our money over to Ukraine, and we don't know where that money's going. I've seen American weapons on the black market in Ukraine. It's like, why the fuck is that shit going down?
I mean, that was one of the biggest things with the whole Biden story was how involved they were in the Ukraine before before Biden became president. That was actually a thing that they were doing a lot of business down there that was very, very shady. But I guess people just kind of forgot.
I can't stand Lydia, so absolutely not. She will never be on my show. There's I don't know many people I respect less than Lydia. I'll just put it that way.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. I'm just looking for that video.
Never gonna happen.
I think I had it. I thought I bookmarked it. But I don't see it anymore. When you bookmark things on, that's one of the things that freaking Elon should fix.
Hold on. I gotta address that. I never blocked Lydia. Lydia blocked me. White male platypus says Liz was one of the few people Adam blocked. No, I never blocked anyone. Lydia blocked me for a long time, which I don't really give a shit about, because I didn't have to see her shit. I only block people that block me, and the only person I didn't block back was her. Because it's like, now fuck it, see my shit. I don't care. Anyway, I just have to say that's a weird thing he's saying as if that was true. I don't block people. I only block people that block me.
I do the same thing too, by the way. I only block people that block me because I'm like, that's a two-way fucking street. If you're gonna block me, I'll block you right back.
Oh, you block me? Oh, get blocked. Fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I mute people that are crazy. If you're crazy, I'll just mute you. And so you could just be crazy and never respond.
So that was your response to Otto, right? Because I didn't even read that. Okay, perfect. That was
fun. That's what my response was there.
So now I'm not going to read it anymore. Thank you, Otto, for the $5. There you go. This is because people were like, "What, really?" And yeah, this is here he is, Sean, giving his award. By the way, this is against Academy rules. You're not supposed to give your Oscar away.
I don't give a shit about this. I'm like, I don't care.
God,
I know it happened. I don't care.
But you know what's so crazy though, and a lot of people point this out, is that this guy was an actor too. I mean,
they both are. Yeah, they're both actors. They're still actors.
Both actors.
Nothing's changed. They're still actors.
Bunch of pieces of shit.
God,
That's
I can't
what they
stand
are.
them, dude.
There we
I can't
go.
stand them, dude.
Oh, wait. One more thing, and we're gonna go out on this one. We're done after this, Adam.
Okay.
This is a fun thing, because I like to end the show on something fun, and that's going to be this video that I just literally scrolled past 2 seconds ago. Okay, there it is. Okay, before I play that, because that's gonna be basically our outie. Everybody, check out my calendar. I'm gonna shill one more time. Thank you for everyone for being here tonight. Make sure you check me out, and definitely back the calendar, because if you care about characters or you want to see them represented right, I will do them justice. I will dress very nicely. If you help me achieve this goal, you will be happy. There's 3 tiers right now. You can back the blue tier, which gives you the calendar, and the yellow tier gives you the calendar and a poster, which will be the best picture of the lot. And then the 3rd tier, which is the calendar, the poster, and an art book, which will be additional book. It's a 30-page book that will include the photos and 18 bonus pictures. So there you go. Please go and back the calendar if you want to see your characters that you love represented right. I will do them justice. This is a fan project. So I'm a fan. You guys are fans. Help make it happen. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. The link is in the description and in the pinned tweet. So thank you, everybody, for being here tonight and backing the calendar. And Jessica, thank you so much for the $50. That's very generous of you. Says, love both of you. Lydia annoys the crap out of me. So does Tim. Do either of you think that Wakanda Forever will give the elites more confidence since the success is rigged? Adam, what do you think?
No, man. We have people don't go to their critics anymore. They go to Nerdrotic. They go to Az. They go to Critical Drinker. They go to Mahler. They go to these people that are who they trust. You know, they go to you, Nina. They go. You know, I don't do a lot of reviews. But you know, these people are going to people they trust, and these people that they trust are pretty accurately calling out these places and these videos, these shows, this woke culture that's indoctrinating everything. You know, so I think Wakanda Forever looks like trash, and that's what everyone else is saying, and I am not interested in seeing it, and I'll probably just check out Nerdrotic's breakdown or the Geeks and Gamers guys, or like Disparu or Drunk 3PO, like any of like the homies that are doing all this stuff that watch it for us, so we don't have to, because but if any one of them goes, it was good, I'd be shocked, and then I'd be interested in seeing it, you know. So
see, that's what happened with me and Black Adam. Like, I was like a little surprised, like that Black Adam was good.
Yeah,
like,
I haven't seen it, but I'm actually interested in seeing it.
Yeah, it was very, like, it was entertaining.
It was
Adam.
okay. Yeah,
it was okay, but it was entertaining, and it wasn't super woke. And I was like, hey,
good.
The Rock didn't tell me to go fuck myself in the movie, so
good.
Like, it was okay.
Not like he did in reality.
Yeah,
Vote
exactly.
Democrat. Here's my man tits. Like, he had.
Yeah.
You remember that video, right?
Yeah, I do.
Stupid.
But you know, in the movie he didn't do it, so you know, it was fine. But yeah, like, you know what? These fake the fake reviews though for Wakanda Forever is hilarious, and Adam's right. Everybody's going to like the YouTubers now, like your favorite YouTuber, whoever that may be, to get their like insight into whether they should spend the time and money, because time is money. Yep. And you know, things are gas is expensive right now, so driving to the theater to pay like a lot of money to see a fucking shit film, you know, you may not want to do that. So you know, I would say definitely check out, especially like if you're kind of like on the like you're on the edge about it. You're like, should I watch this or should I not watch this? Check out spoiler-free reviews because some people do spoiler-free reviews. Like my friend Jane Theory, she does spoiler-free reviews all the time. And get an idea without getting it spoiled that whether it's good or not before you spend the money to go and watch it. Because I mean, honestly, I'm so done with Marvel. I think Marvel is fucking awful now. Like it's just getting to like that Disney Star Wars level for me. And I'm done. I've been done with Disney Star Wars for a long time. And I'm starting to get there with Marvel because it's like, honestly, like there's nothing there for me. Like nothing is made for me anymore. I'm like, I don't care about any of this. But Jessica, thank you so much for the $50. That's very generous. And Jesus Safila, thank you for the super sticker of, I don't know what it is, but thank you so much. I think it's a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay. We're going to go out on this note because I love entertainment. And I love the 90s. And I thought this was hilarious. I don't know if you saw this or not, but somebody made the opening credits of Game of Thrones if it was made in 1995.
Nice.
And I thought this was very entertaining. Here we go. It's so great. It's like as if it's in the 90s. Starring Sean Bean as Ned Stark. And Peter Dinklage as Tyrion Lannister. This is so great. God, Emilia Clarke was so beautiful.
I think both those girls were pretty hot.
Have you seen House of Dragon?
Oh, it's amazing. I really liked it.
Did you really like it?
Yeah, I did.
I watched it finally. I was like, fuck it. I gave in and I watched it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It's not as good as the first season of Game of Thrones, but it's still pretty good.
Dude, what happened to this girl? Oh, wait,
know.
you don't care about celebrities. I'm telling you, she's fucked up now.
Oh, in like reality? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, in reality. Did you see that video of Macy Williams that was like, when she was like, I've been watching Game of Thrones recently. It really fell off in the end. It was so funny.
Who? I don't even know who that is.
Not Sansa, the other girl, Arya Stark.
Did she not know about the end of the script or something? Or
they didn't really know until basically the very, very end. Like you only kind of knew your parts because they were trying to keep it secret. So you only knew your own parts. Like they didn't know like Daenerys's parts, and like the other people didn't know their parts. And
I would have been so pissed. I would have been so pissed if
I think they all were. They were like, holy fuck.
Yeah, let's get into that story.
So crazy. Monopoly Loser for 2. Monopoly Loser 2 for $4.99. Thank you. It says, great show, Nina and Adam. And Adam, I was a fan of yours on Timcast, but I prefer you here in the fellowship. Y'all are great. Thank you. And on that note, we're going to end the show. Thank you so much, Adam, for being here tonight. I always have so much fun with you.
Thanks,
Next
Nina.
time, we're going to do it on Rumble so that we can get really fucking crazy. It's going to be wild up in there.
Worth it. Trust me. It's very freeing. You got to try it out.
I have tried it out. I went on Nick's channel and like the first thing out of my mouth was
the N-word?
No.
Dropping the N-bomb?
No. It was about like the jab. Let's just say that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was like literally, I was like,
totally
this happens. And then he was like laughing his ass off because I said it might happen. And then he's like, you could say it happens. And I was like, it happens.
Good. Yeah, it's wonderful.
So crazy. But thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome. Back my calendar. Check out Adam. Adam, do you have anything you want to plug before we leave?
Just check out my show right there at the Krigler Show on Rumble or YouTube, depending on where you go. You can also watch it on Odyssey, although Odyssey backs up my YouTube channel, and Rumble has the full shows because I often cut now my YouTube show in the middle of the stream and continue talking about whatever I want to talk about with the full freedom of speech that Rumble offers. It's amazing. Check out my coffee company. I've got these awesome American-made mugs, and it's unfortunately only internationally. There it is, Krigler Coffee. My mom actually designed and hand drew the label herself.
Oh,
And so that's
amazing.
that. And you can check it out, KriglerCoffee.com. It's ordered, or it's roasted after you order it. Freshest coffee that money can buy. You got a little roasted on date, and sometimes I got people telling me they get it within 2 days. It's amazing. It's just it's delicious. Carnell, thank you very much. Gotta love that support.
Check out Based AF Monday. It's true. It's a great show.
There's the homies in chat. You know, just to let everyone know here, Nina's chat. I actually approached Nina. She was actually one of the first people I approached to be on Based AF Mondays. You know this. You know, yep. And she sadly had just committed to a different show on Mondays. So I was a little bummed. She was going to be my female representation, but then I brought on Exertus as for that job. So
hey, you never know what the future holds, Adam. You never know what the future holds. I'll just say that.
True. All right. Well, hey, you're always welcome. You're always welcome.
Oh, so, thank you.
Thanks for having me, though. It's always fun.
Of course. I love hanging out with you. You're awesome. We will do this again very soon. And like I said, we're going to be hanging out and being totally based. Love you guys in the chat. Thank you. If you super chatted, if you back my calendar, or if you just hung out with us in the chat and just chatted with us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Have a great night. And I'll see you. Oh, and I'll be back on Friday for Infinite Hope. Good news, because we got to balance out this crazy ass world and show you that there's still good things going on out there. I'll be back on Friday on my show, 2:45 Eastern, Infinite Hope, Turtle Love, everybody, with some turtle love. And we will see you guys next time. Bye. Peace.